International Communications Group, and I have been a co-founder since Harlem Arts Alliance began. I was there at the very beginning.
Thank you for what you've done tonight and your professionalism and the way you engage the audience. I can't wait to see the film.
I am the lifestyle production this year. As you can see, I'm not the best editor. I don't know how to edit stuff down. So I always use Cookbetter to help with that. But I want to say before I leave is that the purpose of showing you guys the work that we've done this year was to offer our services to you for the holiday season. With the one that's trip with the Harlem Tourism Board. I just been commissioned to do that for the next 10 days, December 6th to the 15th. Yes. Because same thing with tags, same thing. Sidebar. When people meet you up here, they call somebody to find out who you are if they don't know you. So when you get, I know some folks have called Rosa, have called Lee there, they're like, who's this girl? Who's this person? Because that's how I got the job at town. That's how I got the job at her own community. Everything I do, I'm a testimony and witness to relationships being built over years and what can now happen. This is my second time going with the Harlem Tourism Board to the continent of Africa. So if you guys want someone after the 17th and the new year, please consider the favorite lifestyle productions. Enjoy them services.
Absolutely. So HTV, you heard of Harlem Tourism Board. It's not that most we have talked about it, and especially after the trip to Ghana, the incredible, because a lot of African Americans have actually looked at that as for retirement. Who knew? When we come back to full story, okay? Where's George? Where's George? Not here? But okay, so instead, Eartha, we got you. Come on up here. Eartha, watch this. Give it up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eartha Hicks. I am a volunteer with Corral Community Outreach. A career executive, one of the Uptown Records, as well as the former chair of Community 410's Arts and Culture Committee. Now, we have some footage.
Yep, here we go.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet right now. Come on now. Undeniable queen of hip hop and R&B, Mary J. Blige.
Well, thank you so much, Rihanna. The whole Uptown family, you know who you are. Jimmy Jenkins, Lou, George Sherrell. I love you.
Led by a 30-year music industry veteran and Uptown Records co-founder George Sherrell, presents for Fame, dedicated to equipping the next generation of musical talent with vital business acumen. Our 6-week intensive workshop featuring curriculum developed by industry executive Toya Summers and insights from top professionals like Craig Davis, label distribution manager.
My name is Toya Summers, and I'm Director of Curriculum and Program Development for Prep for Fame.
And one of the best shows ever in the history of hip hop. You gotta give it up for the one and only overweight of every year.
Prep for Fame, dedicated mentors, sponsors, and educators helping us bridge the gap between passion and preparation. Join us in shaping the future of music.
George Harrell, who I used to mentor, right? Hey, George, did you tell him how Andre Harrell used to come borrow clothes from me for his first acts when he didn't have any money? Huh?
First of all, if anybody knows George is the flavor, the culture home, from head to toe. Someone that, comes to if they have a problem or they need specific advice.
For the Prep for Fame Academy, we've chosen 6 core competencies to focus on. A&R, marketing, and branding, which is the second phase. So how do you want your fans to receive you, and what do you want them to know? Digital media and streaming is a key component to all successful artists. In this current landscape, you must have a digital imprint, as well as understanding how you can be commercially valuable in the music place. And that is now streaming. To better understand how you can be commercially valuable, you need to understand how to make sure that you have a strong digital footprint, as well as understanding how to be commercially successful. Another important component to successful artists is promotions and fan engagement. At Prep for Fame, you'll understand the different types of promotion that can go from radio to television to grassroots, and how that amplifies your fan engagement. Artist development and imaging are key components to artist success.
As mentioned, George Harrell is one of the founding members of Uptown Records, an industry veteran with over 30 years of experience in A&R promotions management. Production, George began as a tour manager for R&B legend Al Shaw. He served as the regional manager of urban promotions at Uptown, oversaw national radio promotion at Motown, and promoting such as acts as Boyz II Men, Johnny Gill, Heavy D, Queen Latifah, Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, and at Interscope, he worked with artists Eminem, 50 Cent, and others. His recent clients are Maxwell, Charlie Wilson, Legacy, Devon, and George continues to work with national radio stations like DUEL. Now, Harrell Community Outreach began because George has been a part of bringing some of these artists to Harlem events such as Harlem Week and some of the concerts that we had in Harlem. And me just, witnessing from the side how much work George actually pours into what he does, I became one of his first volunteers, and I'm a professional writer. And I was compelled to do so because before I was a novelist, I was an aspiring songwriter that didn't even know how to get a song to an artist, to the radio, because there were so many people in between. I was sending you off in the wrong direction. So running into someone like George who does what he does in integrity, it compelled me to volunteer to work for him. So what Harrell Community Outreach means is more people who are willing to volunteer to help us get this program off the ground, to those kids who want to become part of the program, to help us give our workshop a chance. And this is a workshop that gives these students a pipeline into the music industry and helps them to monetize what it is that they do, whether it's writing music, performing music, rapping, producing, podcasting, whatever it is that they have a passion for, we want to make that one. So anyone here, if there's anyone here, you would love to be a part of what we do, you would love to pitch in, volunteer, or, whatever. If you're willing, you're willing. We need help. We have a team, but our team needs members. Please visit our website and subscribe, www.harrellcommunityoutreach.com. You can also find Harrell Community Outreach on Instagram at Harrell Community Outreach. If you have any trouble finding Harrell Community Outreach online, on Facebook, on TikTok, or anywhere else, you can always look for George Harrell and friend him and read it. Thank you. Any questions? That's it.
No questions, but she's gonna be here till the end.
Yeah.
All right, the next one, the question.
Well, thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Please send over the other doors and some of those fellow Gemini says hello.
You mentioned about that, right? But I really don't know how to ice skate. Yeah, so, and it's extending lane. With that, Alicia Hall Moran, come on up here, talk about. I said that, well, New York, I love New York, the whole place.
Yes. Good morning, late going everybody. Oh, I've been feeling so much energy here. My mentor, Miss Betty Allen, has been watching us singing from the oratorio all afternoon. I studied opera in that room back there in her very famous master voice class with some of the leading opera singers of the day. So I'm feeling very at home. Done a lot of Handel and Duke Ellington from this position. I also, last time I was that, let me see. Okay, recently. So, I'm a trustee of Ice Theater of New York. It's a professional ice dance repertory company. So they invite ballet dancers, contemporary artists to choreograph numbers for them, but on ice. And they are all professional skaters, 18 and over, and they are paid for their artistry. Their big performances every year happen on breaks all throughout the city, but the Christmas tree, the winter, you can take it all the way back to everybody, the winter skate show. It's annual, you may have heard about it or seen it in previous years, but this year it is on Saturday, December 13th. There are flyers. They look like this. Honestly, I don't know who this girl is, but that's the image they chose for this year. I like the image of me for this moment. And I've been working, skating, and collaborating as a vocalist and an artist with Ice Theater of New York in multiple of arenas, and I take my singing around the world, and I'm really proud. That's me, and that's Betty Allen, and I'm singing on the ice under the auspices of Ice Theater of New York, and they just give opportunity to idea. And so some of us are Harlem residents, including the executive director, Urena. Urena's email is on that contact list. That's not my email. You can say hi to me through that email, but it's going to go to Urena. And let's see, we have a video to show you of what this winter holiday showcase is. It is a fantastic opportunity if you have a child or a parent or you yourself ever watch figure skating on TV. Right now, there's a really very exciting set of African American skaters who have reached up again to that top tier echelon, Star Andrews, and then another skater who you'll see in our video, a young man, and it's just a very exciting time to be a New Yorker and use our public services to get over to Danny Farrell Riverbank State Park, entrances at 138th Street off of Riverside Drive and 145th Street off of Riverside Drive. Do you all frequent the park for different activities? Yes, swimming, dance, senior events, this world-class track, world-class swimming pool, tennis courts. It's free. My kids, I've raised my kids up on that block for 18 years. We are patrons of so many of these institutions, and I don't know how it is, but only through Ice Theater of New York was I invited to represent who I am. It's so ironic, but that's why I invite you out. It's all the people who are like, yeah, I can be cold. I can be cold and watch something that, and thank you to Harlem Arts Alliance for funding us in the past, the Harlem CDC as well. Thank you to Harlem School of the Arts for hosting us today. I hope to get to meet you better, Ms. Rob, and please roll tape. You are wonderful, and thank you for your generous technological expertise sharing in you. And there are flyers on the back if you just want to view every day. It's totally free. And I was in it 2 years ago singing with the beautiful kids of figure skating in Harlem, where I'm also a volunteer 2 nights a week. So this is really my passion and my privilege to present to you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christopher Aaron Singletary. I work with Ice Theater of New York, and I skate with them to make pieces to kind of show what skating can be outside of competition and how it can bring meaning into dancing on the ice. And I'm so glad to be here to skate with my crew and to show people how much fun we have.
The show performance by everybody was amazing. It was a lot of fun, positive energy, festive. I loved it. It was amazing.
That was disappointing. Just the thing to get everyone in the holiday spirit.
You can't get a show like this nowhere here in Harlem or New York City. Beautiful, professional. You gotta come see it for yourself.
We have come every year for, I think, the past 7 years because my daughter is on Riverbank Figure Skating Club. We love this event, the Purple Rain, just unbelievable performance, but everybody was great.
I'm so happy to be here. It's so nice to see so many diverse and wonderful faces, happy faces, and a great sense of community here. And I just had such a great time performing, and hope to be back again next year.
Doing this show at Riverbank is something that we've done multiple times, and we love it so much. Every time we come back here, the experience is always amazing.
It really helps us protect, and the audiences are always amazing.
We get all the kids and everyone cheer for us in the stands. It's a great feeling to be back here.
You hope you enjoyed this performance by the Ice Theater of New York.
Question, you guys familiar with the film Selma?
Oh, the original score to Selma, Jason.
Of course, remember we talked about, of course, Selma, Alabama.
Oh,
Martin Luther King, and that was made by FRAG. We have talent right here. Okay, thank you. The only person I remember actually doing that significantly is my man, Michael Green. Come on up here.
Hey, everybody. Hey. We got me. What to do? So for the last more than 20 consecutive years, Shades of Truth Theater has written, produced, and presented plays on Black experience. We tell the stories like it happened. Okay? We were one of the first theater groups to do a major show on Black Wall Street. There are hundreds of people right now that tell you what they learn about Black Wall Street. They'll say, we learned from Shades of Truth Theater. We're both. Can you do it in December? And what did I tell them? Yes, we can do it in December. So Juneteenth. So, a lot of people don't know this. When I first came to New York to do theater, I met most of them, 1994. And in 30 minutes, he gave me $2,500 toward our show, Camp Low. Tell us about the Black Buffalo Soldiers, Both Rivers. And he's been in our corner ever since. So we're gonna be here for the next 20 years doing the same thing, because I'm stupid like that. Now I'm doing something for George Faison. Because he had a theater space in Harlem, the George Faison Firehouse Theater. For 25 years, it's been there on the block. So we're proud to be there this Saturday, November 22nd, 7:30, with our latest show called The Blues, Black and White. And I have the star of that show with us today. Her name is Angel Milian. Come on, baby. You can get something.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Such a pleasure and an honor to be here. How are you today? Such a pleasure. It is my honor to be able to play at the George Faison Firehouse Theater. Because, real quick, I just want to tell a really quick story. I grew up in South Florida. I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey. The Briggs. And my mother married and moved down to South Florida. And I always felt a calling to come back to New York, to New Jersey, to this area. And the ancestors had told me when I was 10 years old, you're gonna move back to New York, to New Jersey, you're gonna be in that area because there's a great calling that you have to fulfill. And I was only 10, I had no idea what I was really hearing or what I thought I was understanding. But I never found a connection in South Florida with nothing. I just couldn't connect. So the first opportunity that I had to move back up here, I was here. And I want you to know in 2017, when I moved back up here, I moved to Jersey first. And I stayed there and I taught dance and I performed and I did all kinds of stuff. I wrote songs and worked with a lot of people. But I just wasn't still cracking the code. I wasn't figuring it out because I needed to slow down and listen to God. I needed to learn that. And finally God said, you're going to New York. And you're going in 2017. When I came here in 2017, I slept in my van for a year and 2 months in the coldest winter on record. I had a boyfriend. We said we was going to follow this dream together. He left me in the van to die. But I would not die. I would not die. And thank you. I would not die. Although I found that it was difficult to get myself in all the clubs. I did see in a lot of clubs. I did get some residencies. I did get some work, but New York is tough. Ooh. Ooh, New York is tough. So I got my little sound system. I bought one and I went into the subways. I needed money. I was broke. I had no money to eat, barely to pay my rent. And I was finding out what it really means to follow this dream on another level at 50 years old. Who the hell goes to New York and sleep in their van and think they're going to make it somewhere? That's a tough situation. That's a big, big situation. And I had to keep a clear mind. I went in that subway one day, a Saturday morning, the Spirit said, get up, go out to 42nd Street and just sing. Just sing. And I'm sitting there, I'm singing on the 8th Avenue side, and this gentleman comes up. And he says, can you act? I heard him sing, can you act? Well, every time I go to the bank, I try to explain it. I don't know how those overdrafts happen. I think he do pretty good because they always remove them off. So he said, call me. I mean, he called me for real. And when I looked at the card, Mothers of the Movement, I said, I'm going to call him. I'm going to take a chance. And I did. And wow, look where it brought me. The Harlem. And I want to say, this is a dream come true. I'm a grown woman, but the little girl in me is jumping for joy. I want you to know your faces mean everything to me. It is an honor to be here, and thank you for trusting me with this opportunity at the George Faison Theater to be able to do this show. We're talking about Ma Rainey. We're talking about Bessie Smith. We're telling Big Mama Thornton's story, how she got passed over and how she suffered. But we're also talking about other artists who contributed and gave back to the root to create more fruit. And I'm a part of that, holding up the mic for those women and Muddy Waters and, Little Walter and all these amazing guys that have come and have paved the way. We created, Black African Americans created what we call the music
industry. How do we understand it? So I just wanted to say it is a pleasure, and I hope you come see the show because it's heartfelt and it is done with my whole heart because I want to remind people of how great thou art. This is everybody's business. Good holiday. Yes. Can you give me just a little volume? There ain't nothing I can do, or nothing I can say, that folks don't criticize me. But I'm going to do what I want to anyway. And I don't care just what people say. If I should take the notion to your intuition, ain't nobody's business if I do. If I go to church on Sunday, this cabaret all day Monday, ain't nobody's business if I do. If my man ain't got no money, and I said take all my money, ain't nobody's business if I do. I give him my last nickel, and it leaves me in a pickle. Ain't nobody's business if I do. I'd rather my man was happy than for him to jump up and quit me. Ain't nobody's business if I do. I swear on Paul no holler, I'm beat up by my papa. Ain't nobody's business if I do. Nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business. Nobody's business if I do. Nobody's business.
I'm not here time for a comment. I'm going. Next minute? No? Okay, folks, come see the show, November 22nd. You apply to me today, right here. Cash out me $20 today in this meeting. Well, at the door is $30. See me in the back.
Can't make stuff up. Well, okay. So I started my job in 2006 under attack. I think, Rob, we had that conversation. We got it in. Next year will be 20 years. And both the boys, they graduated, so no more tuition.
That's right.
Exactly. But in answering that, because remember, I'm from what? BX baby, all day. Okay. However, I've been here since 1980, so yes, I definitely have paid my dues. But one of the people when I took my job, that I no longer have a reason, my mentor was a lawyer. Give it up, please. Another one is actually right here. It's the Bowes Rivers, okay? And supposedly, you see that, nobody was talking about stuff, but it literally, folks that visit you over at New Heritage Theater Space here on 135th Street, they will be astounded in terms of the history, the archives that they have. That, I understand you go to CCNY, correct? But the only way that we are going to know about this, we're going to know about this legacy is through what? Amy, come on up there. Come on.
First of all, Hosa, don't you think we see tag swag in our future?
Yeah. Kayla, got it. So, a lot of you already know this, so I'm constantly walking around, sorry about that. We have had 2 wonderful, very successful open mics that happened on October the 20th and November 3rd. They were contests of new playwrights, new screenwriters, and we had a couple of musicals in there. 5 judges, including our Bozo Rivers, were there because the goal is to uplift new voices, new artists, and to continue his legacy, his teaching, his mentorship. So, I am here today to tell you that our first winner's full-length reading of his show is on December 15th. Eventbrite is up, so you can get your free ticket, RSVP. The reason that we have not said who that winner is because we have a big media event on, what month are we in? December the 3rd, which will be hosted by WCHR 90.3 FM at CCNY. They are our partners on this. All of the events are held at CCNY, so we really welcome you there. It's also, please know, a New Heritage Theater Group production. So please come out. Winners will be announced on December the 3rd. December 15th is our first one. And then we have one every month for 4 more months after that. January 26th, February 23rd, March 23rd, and April 27th. We thought, well, first of all, I will say we do have This Takes a Village, this production. And I will give you one secret here, is Michael Anthony Green will be our director for the very first show. And there he is. So, we thought we would show you a short interview that Bozo did with our wonderful G. Keith Alexander of Harlem, America, who was one of our judges. Here we go.
Right, goes up. Ready?
Yes, sir.
So Boza, everyone loves you, and everyone thinks that you are the king of theater, especially as it relates to Harlem and having gone down to Broadway and having brought people from other parts of the world. And tonight is more of a celebration of the Bozo Rivers Legacy Series. What do you feel tonight, knowing that this will carry on forever?
For the ancestors who preceded me, I thank them for giving me the opportunity to continue to walk down the same streets that they walked down, to be in the same venues that they could only dream about, but they were also preceding me. The journey that I've taken from local to global is a good one. And I wanted to share that kind of opportunity with the young people in this university and in Harlem. City College has been a partner for me when I first took over the theater, and now I've returned to City College, 60 years later, to celebrate the legacy that will now be enshrined in this institution. So I want to thank all of the producers of the event this evening and say thank you, thank you, thank you.
If you would do it all over again, is there anything you would add or anything you would change?
I would not change anything. What I will say is that working with young people and sharing these stories is really important. It's not about tomorrow if you don't know what happened yesterday. And so for me, and my partner Jamal Joseph, what we've done is to provide an opportunity to take the legacy that preceded us and lay the foundation for where we are today, and to now regurgitate that to the younger generation. And I am so pleased to know that the educational institution, City College, has also our concept, local but global. And I thank everyone for making it possible.
Those are the legacy series. Thank you.
So please get your tickets, there's a QR code, and there are also some flyers in the back.
Thank you. Give it up. So, I guess one of the also people that met, let me go back. I married someone from a black person. I can make that up. And so she loves frigid weather. And so we took a trip to Hilton Head, South Carolina, South Shakalaka. And I loved the weather there. And she was like that when we could stay all day. And she did not like it. Right? But this one brother who I'm about to bring up, he swears by South Carolina. As a matter of fact, you can't call it bi-coastal, but I guess you could say just bi-coastline type stuff like that. That can only be my man. Michael, I'm thanks for up there, man.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. I married a woman who loved to be like I, and she happened to be from Charleston, South Carolina. Now, when I first went there, after we started dating, I got out at the country outside of the Sea Island, and I realized there's no way for me to get away from this woman. I'm stuck. I don't have a car. I got to depend on somebody to get me back into the city where I can get back to New York. But after all that time, that was 1977. After all that time, we've been married since 1980. Right? Got married and still. And I said, well, there's one way I can get out of this. There was a little woman across that lagoon. Guess what happened? Alligator popped up and said, woo! I'm going to go to St. My House. So, no problem. But I do love Charleston. I do love the Sea Islands. It's nothing like them. But I love coming back. When I get back to New York and Harlem, I kiss the ground. Got it. And there's a million stories I can tell you. But since you brought up the issue of Selma, I'm going to briefly just touch on that. This piece of the work I've been doing recently for the National Heritage Trust has been taking me with this consulting team. It's crazy. I work with them. Everybody's very young and accuse me to Selma, Alabama, to work with 2 or 3, actually 4 traditional black churches that have been having. In Selma, it's a church that where the Voting Rights March was launched. It goes across the Edmund Pettus Bridge, and it's a beautiful structure. Part of the work is to get the structure totally restored. The other incredible church, which Michael might remember, that David Oyeyo played King, and he did a scene from Dexter Avenue, King Memorial Baptist Church in Montgomery, which happens to be right a block away from the Capitol, right on the main street. The church, when King was there, Dr. King, they launched the Montgomery Bus Bowl. So the only reason I bring it up is because it's been incredibly enriching to me to be able to tie up a lot of the cultural, illustrious history that continues to propel us wherever we are in the country and the world. So I just wanted to say that, and since you brought it up, it's been very rewarding. And to that extent, I wanted to again recognize Goza, because Goza is the reason why we continue to all come together. And I will tell you right now, it's very sparse. I'm used to a much bigger crowd. So I want to probably amplify Goza's voice. Bring your friends next month. Bring everybody you know. He brings us together, and he deserves it. I think it all might be really emotional, so I'm not going to go any further. I'm sorry, Curtis. And thank you, Curtis, very much. I appreciate it. I'm not done. You made me say
Stretch
some
my
other stuff,
legs.
so, no. I'm not going to go down like that. Okay, I'm here representing the Children's Art Carnival. I'm on the board of the Children's Art Carnival. And we're right up the hill on Hamilton Terrace, a beautiful townhouse, which the late artist Betty Blake Taylor, who founded the organization, made sure it's totally paid for. So we are working to continue to renew the carnival and try to make it sustainable. Coming to a very bad patch in terms of funding, but we're moving forward. So we wanted to just make sure everybody knows about us. We're at 62 Hamilton Terrace. Got a couple of things going on. First of all, we have workshops every week at the carnival. So there's some postcards back there. Tomo Mori teaches watercolor. We have a great studio artist. Milagros Bautista, I don't know if you know her. She teaches crochet. We have a black and white dark room on the premises, which I don't know if you can find anywhere else in the city. And we have a partnership with the Bob Blackburn printmaking workshop, but we have master printmakers come on every month to teach a printmaking workshop. So we are building a printmaking workshop for Harlem in our garden studio. So we want artists and anyone from the community to come, and when we get it launched in January. Part of that, Curtis has been very supportive of. So we have a fundraiser coming up on December 11th. The flyers in the back. Everyone's invited. Please pick up the flyer and come on. We got a lot of things going on. Luther from Bomb Shelter on Impact will be doing some spoken word. We have a Afro-Caribbean folk ensemble. It's very small. But it'll be some performances, and we have the area restaurants that are sponsoring, providing food. It's going to be delicious, and a little fashion as well in the afternoon. I don't know how that's going to work, but we want you to come and check it out anyway. But I'm serious about the carnival. We have some space. Alethea Commons does a workshop. Folks who want to come up and use the space, just reach out to me or reach out to us or drop us a note or whatever. On this flyer, there is an email address. We do have a website, so visit. Okay? Then, that's on December 11th. The fundraiser is going to be an elegant evening of craziness. And after that, that same weekend, the 13th, that's the weekend of the ice show. I can't remember. Yes. On the 13th, and the 14th of December, we have an artist sale, a holiday art sale at the CAC. So we have a group of local artists that they're going to be selling their work. Everybody's invited. We'll have a little hot chocolate, a little holiday cheer. Come on out and enjoy. That's it. And I appreciate. Oh, Rob, they're talking about you. That means you really supposed to be here, all the time. I've been trying to encourage Rob to move to Harlem, but Curtis hasn't found him a place to live.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
No, I really don't need no law. He's not being booked. He's not. Needless to say, Amina Salam and Amina, in relation to Yusef, just check. We're not all
It's
the ladies.
spirit lady.
Come on now, baby.
How you doing? I told myself, nope. Microphone. I get schooled every time I come here. And I haven't been here for a while, but it's okay. Good to see y'all. All right, so hello, my name is Anita Salam, and my organization, my company is called Abstract Vision. We've been established since 2007. We can go to the next slide. What? I'll go to the next slide. All right, so the production company has 3 different components. You see it here: creative content, educational initiatives, and mindfulness for creators of color. We're about to show you the videos to get more context about what this is, okay? Enjoy. No. 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 Thank you.
Not there. It's not there.
Say something. I'm fine. You don't keep going. Because let me say something. I don't know why that's not there. We definitely went over this a few different times, but I'm proud of the work that we do. We're a production company, like I said. We do award-winning films. One of the films that we've done was Swimming Against the Current. I don't know if you should know the Harlem Honeys and their synchronized swim team. They're famous. I know how they clap for them. The reason why we made that film was because I was afraid of dying. I had no money to do it. I just felt like, you know what, this needs to happen. This is something that's inevitable. So what can I do to get people excited about the aging process instead of being afraid of it? My grandmother, Mary Williams, Daryl's friend, whatnot, she was the vice president at the time of the team, and I just felt so inspired because I'm older than them. Like literally, if I don't catch my grandmother by 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm not gonna catch her again until that night. You can find me way faster than you can find my grandmother, and I find that to be very inspiring. So I wanted to make sure the work that they're doing is being shown, and being seen. So that's why I created the film. It's been in a bunch of different festivals, but for me, one of my goals is for this to get to a streaming platform. So I've been doing a lot of work in regards to getting that done. It's still a process. It's been years, but it's been a process because I would love for it to be a place where they could just turn it on TV and have their grandkids and their children watching it all together. Because intergenerational stuff is really important to me. So that's one of the goals. That's just one of the films that we have done. What I feel like is important about our company is what you see here on the screen. So as a Latino woman, just thinking about the young people that I work with, it's good for them to see somebody who looks like them doing this work. I went to Howard University for filmmaking now. Okay, hold on, we about to have a real talk right now. I'm sorry, I love us and I'm proud of us, and I don't know how I made it through because I wasn't prepared, but let's keep it real at the same time. We were not, nobody that I know that studied film was prepared to make a career out of it. They did not teach us how to make money making films. They taught us about the creative stuff, but then at my big age, I'm still figuring it out. Proud of where I went, but what I'm not gonna do is make sure these young people don't have the same struggle. So that's why I do media education stuff. So shout out to God in the past. And people that are talking about investing back into young people know how to make money because it's important. Right? We should be able to have that aspirational capital. We should be able to feel like we can survive, you know, even as creators. With that broke artist stuff is trash. I don't want to hear about that no more. Like, let's keep it going. Alright, so, yeah, that's right. Alright, oh, and then also we were working on having a space, but I'm proud of us for creating safe spaces wherever we go. So whether it's, we push into different schools and organizations and we do our programming that way, or with clients that we have created content for them. I feel like I'm really proud of having, genuine relationships with the people that we work with, and knowing that whatever you have going on, I'm really really trying to help bring that to the next level, especially because we know what has going on in our community, and gentrification is, I'm not surprised, I've been telling people about this since I was 15, I was just like, that Disney store is not for us, but that's a whole other thing. But at the end of the day, don't cry about it, let's just keep it pushing and do what we can. All right, so that's basically it. So the content creation side, this is the kind of, just we do event coverage, commercial, documentaries, such and such. Whatever you want, we can do a visual presentation for it. Ice Skate in New York, that video that you saw of this, that was done by Action Vision. So it's really important, every time you hire us to do a video, so you did see some of it, how about that? You did show that video, the ice skating video, that was us. So whenever you hire us to do something, I always tap back into the media education graduates and I have them be a part of that. So whether it's the shooting or editing, they're going to get some money out of this. So that's what I do every time we're hired to do a video. So whenever you hire us, just know that you're going to reinvest it back into the community. Okay? Yep. That's that. Media education, like I said, pushing into schools until we get our own space. And then the Possibility Store is our nonprofit arm. So shout outs to Kitty Rose and everybody that goes to Ghana, because the goal is to go there next and bring a student or two to come with us, and then we're going to do a documentary about that experience. So that's that. The other component, I'm so upset about this, but okay. The other component we have is mindfulness for creators of color. We did one event already, but it's just us coming together and just inspiring each other just to stay focused and keep pushing when it comes to our creativity, rather than, going to drugs and doing something else to keep us motivated. Let's motivate ourselves. To be also real with you, I also like to be around grounded people. This industry will make you uncomfortable, so you try to it's full of fluff, right? I'm just being honest. So it's good to be around people that have some sense, that still want to be creative. So that's nice. That's what this is for. They're not there, they couldn't get out of school. Shout out to him. What's really exciting that's coming up is what I just said, it's going against the current documentary featuring the Hunters and Bears. It's actually going to be shown at the ABSF pop-up on December 14th in LA. I'm super proud of that. Super proud of that. At the end of the year, I'm working on this project. So if you happen to be in LA, come through. This is going to be at the Grove, which is a big deal. So I'm super happy about that. So What's Your Visions docu-series is about featuring artists and change makers who deserve that support or that recognition. So we're featuring different people every episode, and it's going to be youth run. So it's a youth run production. So that's what's happening next. It's going to be on YouTube. So some of y'all might see each other on it, because I might hit you up and be like, hey, I want to feature you. But also the commercial raffle. We want to do a raffle for our anniversary coming up on December 14th. So when you see the QR code next, please make sure that you look at it and you sign up, because we're going to do a raffle to do a promo for whoever you are. So if you need a visual presence or something, we can do a commercial for you. Probably $10. I don't know if it's a raffle, but you're paying nothing for something great. There you go. Please hit the QR code. Please tap that. On the last slide, it says something about a rent party, because again, I said I'm trying to get a space. So the goal is to do the old school rent parties, if you get money to have the space. Does that make sense? You get it. Thank you. That's it. Hey. Let me try to reload it. Huh? Let me try to reload it. Okay. Give me 1 second. Did y'all get the QR code? Because I want y'all to sign up.
Did you get the QR code?
Yeah.
No? Well, you're also going to stay here.
Okay, yeah.
You're going to take a picture and message stuff. Tell them they had questions, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we're going to move on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, video's live.
You notice I didn't say HU, not Hampton. You notice that, right? Okay, just check. You know what? Ian Mercy College is now Mercy University. You know that, right? Well, okay, a little bit trivia now. Okay, young. So let me see. Yeah, that's something, right? And it turns to gold. What do you call it? And it touches it.
I write it.
Darryl Cheney, I love this, that's what Midas does. So you know what? A person who actually touches or has impact on the small business community and it turns into gold or money makers. Mari, come on up here. Mari Thompson.
To God be the glory, because this is an exciting day, and it's an honor to be here. I'm very excited because so much synergy. We were talking about Hampton just a minute ago. We are in the house built by Dorothy Maynard, who was a Hamptonian and and I love this quote that when you come in, that it says, and she said, "We made children believe everything beautiful is outside the community. We would like them to make beauty in our community." So I had asked them to post a picture of my daughter, Sophia Marie, who did dance classes here. She learned ballet, so it was really cool. And when I took that picture of her, thank you, TJ. When I took that picture of her, she said, "We are beautiful Harlem girls." So I call my daughters the hashtag Real Harlem Girl. There she is, Sophia Marie. She was 4 then, now she's 11. And, no, I'm sorry. She's a teenager now. She's 13. She knows everything. Okay, so but I'm here to, I wanted to give a couple more shout outs. First of all, my name is Mari Moss. I come from the Community Action Board, the GYCD. The Community Action Board gives out millions of dollars through federal funding. Thank God the shutdown is over, so I can give this announcement today. We give millions of dollars to support organizations such as all of you. I come from the Department of Small Business Services by way of the Mayor's Office, where I did over $1 billion of development across the 5 boroughs, which created over 5,000 jobs. And the reason why my company, my consulting firm is called Midas Touch Consulting, is because when my first job at the Apollo, right out of college, right out of Hampton, my boss at that time, who worked with Teddy Riley, and Z, and Mary J. Blige, we also helped start the Mary J. Blige Foundation for the Advancement of Women Now. She said, "Everything you touch turns to gold." So I use that as my consulting firm terminology. Harlem Shake was one of my projects. Shake Shack was one of my projects. So the building that Whole Foods is in, that was one of my projects in the mayor's office, so all of those. And I worked very closely with Curtis Archer to make a lot of those things come to fruition. All right, I wanted to talk about DYCD and what we are doing in the community.
Is this you?
Yes, thank you, Gigi. Okay, so, okay. DYCD's mission is to invest in a network of community-based organizations and programs to alleviate the effects of poverty, to provide opportunities for New Yorkers and communities to flourish. And our vision statement is that DYCD strives to improve the quality of life of New Yorkers by collaborating with local organizations such as you and investing in the talents and assets of communities to help them develop, grow, and thrive. Okay, how did this even come to fruition? Let's see. So in 1969, President Johnson said, in the richest country in the world, why should there even be poverty at all? And so that started the war on poverty. And that war on poverty started the funding going to low and moderate income communities of color, such as Harlem. In 1981, CDBG, or Community Development Block Grants, Community Development Service Grants, came to fruition. In 1987, we developed rules to govern this money. This means that it is protected. Okay, so I want everybody to remember this money is protected by governing rules that were created in 1987. These are earmarked dollars for our community only. In 1996, the Neighborhood Advisory Board bylaws were created. So each community that this money is earmarked for is governed by a neighborhood advisory board selected by community people. And they're the ones who read the grants, they grade the grants, and that is how the funding is allocated in the community, and I'm talking about them. The neighborhood advisory boards are residents in the community. They assist in identifying program priorities specific to low to moderate income communities. And they also provide technical assistance. There are 41 neighborhood advisory boards throughout New York City. There are 16 in Brooklyn, 11 in the Bronx, 8 in Queens, 5 in Manhattan, and 1 in Staten Island. The neighborhood advisory boards, these are all the areas that we are in. The neighborhood advisory boards contribute to community. They are the voice of community heard. They are connections and development networks. And this is how you are informed about programs and services. People who serve on the neighborhood advisory board, this is good for their resume. This is good for advocacy. And they also get vouchers and stipends to serve on the board. So if they had any expenses to get to the board meeting, they're given a stipend for that travel. So I wanted to say, in Central Harlem, we've given out over $7 million last year in Central Harlem. And the way we do this is this right here, this community needs assessment. Now I have a pile of these on the back table, and I want each and every one of you to take them back to your organizations. I want you to fill them out yourselves. They have a QR code on the front. And this tells us how the federal government is doing in providing services to the community. Those people who needed SNAP or they needed any kind of Medicaid, Medicare, whatever government program that is federally funded, it's all in this survey. And it tells us what was missing, what people did not receive that they should have received. And it tells us where we need for the following year. So I've told you now, $7 million was given last year in Central Harlem. So that is federal funding. It is a grant. You do not pay it back. You do not have to pay to apply for it. It's free. And all you have to do is come and fill out this survey and then fill out the RFP when it is available on DYCB's website. Also, on December 10th, mark this down, December 10th, we are going to get the state office building on the second floor, and we are going to have a testimonial for the organizations that have received the funding from us before, and to find out more about organizations like yours that may need the funding as well. And with that is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Molly. I'm gonna give it up. Come on.
There's questions?
No questions.
Okay, no
We
questions.
gotta get through this, But you'll be here, because remember what I said, pictures at the end, right? There you go. So with that, Enoch, come on up, yes. All right, this one, buddy, how you been, man? Good.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So before even getting into who I am or why I'm here, I want to acknowledge how grateful I am to be here this morning. This entire week, I've been anticipating being in a room full of like-minded individuals, some of whom I'm meeting for the very first time, but also others that I've been truly blessed to connect with at some point or another, and others that I've been blessed to work with at some point. So in this season of Thanksgiving, I'm genuinely thankful to Harlem Arts Alliance for creating this space to serve you all once again. So that being said, my name is Enoch Macklin, and I'm here to connect with you through my startup journalistic digital marketing business entitled Enoch Macklin Finance. But before even getting into that, I want to briefly introduce who I am and where my business stems from.
The other way. Forward. The other way. The other button. Storyteller can improv.
Now, as a 20-year-old junior currently attending Broome College, yes. we are encouraged to identify ourselves with names and pronouns. But that feels odd, and so today in this space, I want to identify with name and passion. So, hi, my name is Enoch, and I identify as a curious student of the arts, in the sense that curiosity has always been the thing guiding my growth. And as a dual journalism and marketing major, I was curious about what it takes to be a leader among people my age. I joined the Black Student Union as co-outreach chair. And outside of school, I freelanced for Our Time Press, the local paper in Brooklyn that I used to read quietly in the back of my neighborhood library, because I wanted to understand the arts and cultural stories shaping my community. And now I get to help tell. But my work as a storyteller started long before college. I've been a published journalist since I was 16, writing for The Nation magazine, Talkbeat NYC, and other outlets all over the city that gave me a space to speak from the perspective of a young Black man moving through today's world. And that early start opened doors into cultural spaces grounded in the Black African diaspora, most notably my internship with African Voices magazine, and immediately after my first job in Harlem as an intern for the New York Amsterdam News, the oldest Black newspaper in the entire city. So working with the Amsterdam News grounded me in a tradition of reporting that comes directly out of this neighborhood's ancestral lineage. And that was the thread that brought me into Harlem for months on end. I made that daily hour and a half trip from Brooklyn where I live because I felt truly called to this work. Whether it was guiding youth and elders through a one-of-a-kind art installation inside the Harlem Hospital Center, helping preserve pieces of local history, or documenting multi-disciplinary whose practice has become okay, well, there were videos playing of Olivia Brown, who's a multidisciplinary artist, and whose birthday was earlier this week, so happy birthday. But more on her in just a second, because through all of the rooms I've stepped into and all the connections that I've made, my mission has stayed the same. To advocate for the betterment of youth of color, and to build the generations and bridges between the stories we inherit from our ancestors and the stories we're creating right now. And that mission is what inspired the Enoch Chronicles, the journalistic digital media consultancy that I run today. It grew out of everything that I've learned through digging through archives, capturing documentary-style footage, weaving narratives with visuals, and translating ancestral story work into forms people actually engage with, whether it's TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, newsletters, all of them. And under that umbrella, I created the visual portrait. It's a 3-step consulting plan that helps artists, small businesses, community leaders articulate their story and strengthen their digital presence. So step 1 is we meet for a free consultation where we talk about vision and dig for the real story underneath what you do. And we determine whether you need a documentary style visual journalistic write-up that works as strong PR, by the way, or a mix of both. Step 2 is once you choose your portrait, I put everything together. The storytelling, the content strategy, the branding, in a way that actually connects with your intended audience. And step 3 is I give you the context and the tools to keep building so the work continues long after our session. Up here, you'll see some of the algorithms of one of my more recent works with the classical theater of Harlem, as we were showcasing the story of Lebanon. It actually reached a level of virality across social media platforms to extend even months after the play. Okay, so this visual portrait work has extended to high-profile clients, such as youth advocacy champion Sean Dove, nonprofits like Education Through Music, which provides music education to underserved youth, and living legends like Felipe Luciano, whose interview reached virality as well across social media platforms. But arguably, the project closest to me right now is with Olivia Brown. Her new studio in Mount Vernon opened earlier this month with an intimate art workshop that truly captured the spirit of the woman I've been documenting since the summer, and simultaneously the type of rooted product I love to create. So I'm about to show you a short piece from that, but before I do, I'll leave my information on the screen for a second so that we can connect and create something truly special together. So, take a picture, and I also have my as well. Grab that. And other than that, thank you for your time. Thank you for your space. And let's go and take. It has sound to it.
Don't have any sound.
Well, it doesn't have sound, but the idea is to mix documentary footage that I've taken with Olivia for over the entire summer from June into August. I put in its place music that actually I feel like reflects with the scene, and then I also create narration as well with the actions that you see. It's a full feature that I would advise that you go through my Instagram to check on. I also upload on TikTok as well. Yeah.
It looks good.
It does, Enoch. Good one. So for Boza and TJ, when you talk about a full and packed schedule, you're not kidding. Good. So having said that, Tariq Hamer, come on up. Yes. Like I had asked you salon, I had a Jeff Hamer who was my very good friend. You want to Jeff?
No, not really.
Gosh.
William.
I've known him too, but that's all right.
I would say good morning, but now it's good afternoon. So yes, I'm going to start off. I want to apologize. My business partner is not here today. She's actually on site visiting some of our schools. With that being said, I'm the co-founder of the Red Center, the Extension of Build Empowerment and Children's Center. We are a MWE DOE vendor. We're on 22 schools around the city right now, dominantly in Brooklyn and Queens. We tend to provide services, morning programming, day programming, and after school. Before I get into that further, I want to do a brief introduction of my partner. It's my first time doing this, only she's videoing for herself, so I'm going to give you a little backstory of who you are. My business partner, Leah Charvanian, she was a dad and a chef out of Brooklyn. She was in Johnson, Wales. From there, she worked with the Tribeca Grill and the Noble Food Group. From there, she was in Brooklyn, working at the Brooklyn Culinary Center. She's actually running the center, teaching the residents of Brooklyn the arts of culinary. Well, that got a little detoured with the pandemic, so they pivoted, they changed. They then partnered up with the World's Southern Kitchen, and they were handing out about 15,000 meals a week to the residents of that community to make sure that people are being fed. She worked with the clergy, she was working with the police department. They showed the residents of Brooklyn, East New York, were being sustained, managed, and fed throughout the pandemic. While doing that, phenomenal. While doing that, she was then appointed by the Brooklyn president to be on the education council of that district. And what she was seeing is she was meeting with principals and the clergy of that district. That culinary was something that was huge and that was missing in the schools and with the families and with the kids. Right? We grew up, we learned how to cook. These kids cannot boil water, right? They can't do anything. Uber Eats, they can't boil water. So she started a program in the DOE. We have a culinary hospitality. And there, this was about 10 years worth of the vendor. From there, she was doing that, and it grew, and it grew.
We met a couple of years ago, right after the pandemic. I was living in Mexico, retired, I came back to the States, and I came back to the city, we partnered up. And while I was hoping right through the culinary point, I started to notice some other things that were going on. My foundation, my financial background, I went to Morehouse College, then I went to University of Maryland. So I was in the environmental space, but my network was a bunch of creators. So all my friends, they're dancers, they're photographers, they're stylists, all these different things, right? So that's close. I said, listen, we can do more than just culinary. We have the networking of resources to provide all this additional program. It happened. So that's one part of it. My backstory is from the Bronx. I went to Christopher Columbus High School, where I was an all-city basketball player. From there, I went to Monroe College. From there, I went to Morehouse College, where I graduated. Then I went to the University of Maryland. But that's one trajectory, mostly on my father. He was big in education. He pushed it that way. My mother, not so much, right? Big in education, but another thing was don't get a job. Prepare yourself to get off the plantation. Create your own. Go back into your community. Then make a difference. With that being said, at the age of 9 and 10, I had the opportunity to go to a sports camp called Brand Camp out of Oakland County. It's one of the most premier sports camps in this country. It's been owned by the same family for 108 years. I still go back there this summer. But there, at age 9 and 10, I was introduced to lacrosse. I was introduced to archery. I was introduced to sailing. I was introduced to tennis. They were calling me a young Martha Ashe. I had no idea who that man was at 9 years old. But these are things I was introduced to at an age where coming out of the Bronx, I would have never been exposed to. So part of that is sparks something in my brain too about exposure. You share things, you expose children to different things, you never know what they'll do with it. I continue to go on. So now, as an adult, I work with Dalton, I'm basketball, and I do after school program. Also work with a program called Dribble, which was supported by the #1 basketball program in New York City by the New York Times. But I say that to say is, though DOE doesn't have the resources of adulting, the commitment to excellence, determination, has to still be there. That's what our program provides. Going back to our program, I said earlier, we are in 20 schools right now throughout New York City. We offer chess, we offer culinary, we have fencing in East New York, we offer gymnastics, offer volleyball, we have the arts. One of our film instructors, he's a Clark Atlanta alum, he has our film division. Our dance program is a Howard alum. I have a Spelman person who does photography. So I was able to tap into all of these resources, understanding part of me that going to HBCU is going and giving back. Right? What happens is you get to a certain age, you want to give back, and you understand the difficulties because of the red tape off. We've been able to be a part of it, some of that red tape, just allow people who have their gift to go in the classroom and do their thing. So while we are the rec center, we go to the schools, we don't have the kids come to us. It's easier to reach them that way than we have found. Right, so we can go to East New York, we go into Brownfield. My partner right now is at Master, Jamaica, and East New York on site visits, all in one day. This is what we do, right? So with that being said, that's our program, that's what I have information in the back. Like I said, we are MWE certified, we are a DOE vendor, we've been doing it, we're growing, we're now bringing the program up to Upper Manhattan as well as the Bronx. We just signed a contract with the Bronx School yesterday, it was Rhea Avenue in the Bronx. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's far, right? But we'll get it, right? Thank you. That's
Yes. I'm sick, so you know. I know. And okay, here you go. Just a quick little thing. I promise. Okay. And the trivia is in terms of one of the greatest NFL running backs. Also was noted for another sport. Thank you. Here you go. Lacrosse. Jim Brown, I'm talking about. Yes. And lacrosse, when we're talking about youth basketball, the programs that I think about are Riverside Hawks, right? We were recently honored. But also, if you're from the BX, you talk about undercount shows. Okay? All day. And if I'm in Brooklyn, then I'll talk about the Brooklyn side now. Okay? Eric Hicks and Game Over Sports. There you go. So now with that, two more. Madge, I see you on the ready. Madge Allen, give it up. Come on, guys.
Good afternoon.
My name is Smash Allen, and I'm from the Abolition Commemoration Day Committee. Has anyone ever heard of the Abolition Commemoration Day? Okay. I did pass out a flyer right there, and this says assembly passed, the legislature passed on the same day they passed for a holiday, for Juneteenth. We find this back there. And we wonder why we already know about Juneteenth, and our state is not doing anything about the end of slavery in New York. Slavery ended in New York on July the 4th, 1827. In 2027 will be 200 years celebrations of the abolition of slavery in New York. Okay. The bill was passed. He told me I only had 2 minutes, right? Let me make it short. Okay. This bill was passed on July the 27th, 2020, and it declared that the state would celebrate Juneteenth. You can think of a copy like that. And the Abolition Commemoration Day. The Abolition Commemoration Day is supposed to be held every 7th Monday in the month of July. The dates will fluctuate, not like Juneteenth and 19th. It will fluctuate because it's only 7th Monday in the month. Now, Andrew Cuomo signed this bill on October the 7th, 2020. We usually sponsor every year for, I think this year is going to be the 5th year, and we do it by fundraising. That's the only support we have. Probably asking everybody they could to get to their politicians or whoever it is that we are sponsoring. We helping someone else from another state, but we are not doing anything for New York State. There are a lot of people. How many people said they heard of Abolition Commemoration Day? Nobody? That's Jackson. Oh, one person? We heard it now.
That's correct. That's right. We heard it now.
Oh, yeah, it was passed, the law was passed on July 27, 2020. A lot of people just don't know about it. And we've been celebrating it for 105 years. This year, we had it in, at least we had it at Posters Community College, we had it at Mother AME, signed, and they had it in Brooklyn at the Abolition Park, well attended. We have been fighting for this space since about 2008. In 2017, we spoke to Brian Benjamin, and he was the one who started pushing this bill through, so we can give him credit. We did honor him this year with the fact, because if it hadn't been for him, maybe he wouldn't have been. Okay. And also I put this flyer back there that you can love. Okay, and also one about the fundraising to support our day back there. And if you want to be a vendor, that's going to be on December the 20th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Mother A.M. Design. If you want, we would like you to participate. If you're not a vendor, please come out and share your support to the vendors. Are there any questions?
No questions, Mr. Allen. Give it up for Mr. Allen. Well, good night. Just wait. So,
just one thing. If you would like any other information, just give me your name and I will email it to you. My name and telephone number.
all right. You know, you tell that, so that is that correct? Oh.
So hello everybody, my name is Britt Dixon, and I did not know I was going to get here to speak. Boza asked me. I'm from Los Angeles, California, where I've been here a year. Working with Boza, currently I'm serving as communications director and researcher for Boza, and I work with TJ and Daryl T. Downing and Lenny, and I've met so many amazing people around Harlem. I want to thank Boza for the opportunity to sit with him, and first I want to thank Reverend Al Cohen and Janet and Tag, because when I came, I saw the hard work that they do. I sat with them, I set Eagle out and used an office space before he personally introduced me to Boza, where I've been ever since. So I want to say those young people are serious. I wanted to tell you about an event that Boza has on Monday at the Library for the Performing Arts, Bruno Mars Lincoln Center. Monday evening between 5:30 and 8, he's going to be in conversation with Donna Walker-Coon regarding her new book called Champion for the Arts. That's special because there's an exhibit at the Lincoln Center right now that I had the opportunity to work on. It's called Syncopated Stages, Black Disruption on the Great White Way, and it celebrates 100 years of African Americans breaking into Broadway and their contributions to Broadway. It will be up until February 21st. A little bit about me. As I said, I'm from Los Angeles. My background is I'm a classically trained dancer, tap, so I traveled and toured with everybody from the Nicholas Brothers to Kirk Franklin. On the corporate side, I worked in politics here in New York City as well as in Los Angeles. And the last 2 years, I worked at Creative Artists Agency, which is the premier sports and talent agency in the world. So, as I said, I'm happy to be here, meet so many people. My homie Rashid out here, who has blessed us with so much information about Harlem Cultural Council. It's a pleasure to be in this building because Clarence Avon was one of my main mentors. And to see his picture every time I go back there just makes me believe that I'm in the right space. So, I don't want to be volunteering too much because TJ got me working so hard. But if I can volunteer and help anyone, let me know. God bless.
So I thought you were the last one. You are not. Okay, just so you know. Mr. Byrne, come on. Yeah, see ya. Yes, it's really there.
Good afternoon. Most of you know me in this room. My name is Yvonne Gillett Randolph, the founder of Grandparents Around the World, founded in 2004. Great work. We have a co-founder, Ms. Brenda Prescott. We have boots on the ground. We are all retired and we believe that we should be giving back to our community in a way that we are represented to be that look for the future. That's what I was shown when I was a kid. My grandmother had me there, and that's why I can speak to you today. So, very quickly, I know I'm not on the program, but I just want to do this because I want to say, you know, booed me Monday, right? They didn't boo me. They didn't do me. I'm so sorry. The band played because I was over my head. So I'm not going to do that.
Don't worry, we're gonna bring that back next time. Okay, let's do it.
So, I'm also on the DYC team. That's a great opportunity for all community to come out and help our housing community. I work with Antoinette Enders, and we represent 3 projects in Harlem and 2 in the Bronx. I just want to give you a plug on that. But on Monday, I received the Falco Humanitarian Award. It is amazing. I believe 6 people here received this award. So, you know, especially when you continue to do good and represent it in that way, because we are a total volunteer organization. We do not get paid. I'm a retired officer. I retired 25 years ago, and I just devoted my time and my money to this organization. So please look us up on our website. But I am being interviewed by Ms. Vanessa Gale. She was a reporter from Channel 2 News, and she is on iHeartRadio, and she will be interviewing at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So she asked me to bring out 2 of my reports. My name is in Congress for the work, and my I can hold all the awards that have received over the last 20 years. But the one I really wanted to bring out that stands over my desk is the one that Ms. State Councilwoman Teresa Wright gave me in 2012, deeming, we have to eat the hall. And I actually had it down and something like that. So with that being said, I think that's everything because it was not nice. That was a chore. But thank you so much. Y'all have been amazing. I'm also going to be getting the Amsterdam, not the Amsterdam, the IAM News Award on December 3rd. That's the free paper that's in front of all the stations throughout the city and is well publicized. I'm also going to be presenting in the Bronx Town. So 20 years of work. Thank you so much. It's appreciated. Mr. Rivers, he was the first recipient of my grandmother award in 2007.
All right, beautiful.
Mrs. Carter,
So, Moses, you know, it's not complete until we have you close this out. I believe that's all in terms of presentation. But remember what I said. Any presenters, just you, Barbara, I'm looking at you. That's right. We stay there. Yes, you guys tag in the house. Woo! They ready. Watch.
All of the winners, everyone's a winner. All of the people who reported out, would please come forward so we can get our group picture. We're all on the line over here. I just want to thank all of you for coming out and to have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Good Thanksgiving.
Elder, stay on
We don't just create content, we eliminate the ones that giving visuals that bring the essence of the mission. One thing projects and expressive forms. Those people, first of all,
You actually did, you know what I'm saying? I seasoned up a whole chicken, seasoned that up. Drop that in there too. Yeah. Do something really good. It's not something. Hey, same kind of I like it. Oh, well, then I just tell you. What is happening? So that's what we're buying. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.